My name is Jon Hoffmeister. I've been with House Values for about 2 years. Mark is my good friend, and he was my power coach last year, about 1 year ago to date. I live in Prior Lake, Minnesota, which is the South Metro, and really quite a good fortune I got to meet with Mark here. He helped give me some out-of-the-box ideas. In fact, I think we kicked the box away, and we threw it away, so we're not even, there's no box even around.
Right.
And we were coming and had a power coach session, and we were talking, and it's like, what can we do to expand my business and kind of get some wacky branding and just get out of the box and lose the box. And in 1 week we came up with this idea, because in Minnesota everything's on a stick at the fair. Make me look bad. And we're just bouncing ideas off. And Mark's got a great marketing background, and I'm just crazy. And we came up with this great idea. He said, well, you know, what about the tie-dye stuff? And everything's on a stick, and well, what about a house on a stick? And then it turned into this, and so we developed a website. We developed basically a logo branding, put together the shirts. The fan idea came up afterwards. That kind of developed within the week, and I had fans made and printed up. We did it in about less than 7 days.
Less than 7 days.
From thinking about it, brainstorming about it, and actually putting it to foot. And last year I earned about $17,000 going to the state fair because of this crazy idea.
That's great.
This year I plan on, my goal is $25,000 to make it the state fair, and I think it's very achievable.
So describe real quick sort of what, like, how does this work? Do people just go to the website? How does the House on the Stick program work?
Primarily the website part doesn't work as effectively as what we had hoped. I do have a website for it, and it does work, but what really works is the crazy t-shirt. I mean, you see a good-looking guy like this in a shirt, and they go, hey, that's a great t-shirt, man. And so what it does is it breaks down the sales pitch, you know, because we're kooky, we're having fun, we're in the state fair, and it's great, right? And so it instantly drops that, and you have instant rapport with the person. Oh yeah, you know, House on a Stick, only thing in the state fair that's high in fiber and low in fat, and they chuckle, and then it's like, hey, what are you doing for real estate? What's the market? So it's just basically an icebreaker that turns into money.
Now, Mark, have you done one of these events with him? Have you done any of this directly?
No, I haven't. But I knew that it was a summer event, and that if we did fans, that people would carry those all day. It wasn't something that they could throw away. So it makes it easier for him to keep in front of these people by providing air on a hot day at the fair.
Absolutely.
So when we came up with that, he had everybody at the fair almost walking around with the fans. So hopefully they'll bring them back again this year.
Great. I mean, what's interesting about this to me is that, like, this, when people think of House Values, they don't typically think of House on a Stick. This is out there, and it's a very different thing. Talk a little bit about, like, I mean, what it means that, you know, House Values helped you come up with something like this that's just out of the box, but is apparently working.
It shows that you can be creative, you can have fun. To make this work, though, you have to have a lot of energy, and you have to be disciplined, and you have to be committed, because everybody says, oh, you're at the state fair every day? It's a lot of fun. It's like, no, it's a lot of work. You got to get up every day at 5:30, and you got to put your clothes on, and you got to put on the smile, and you got to have energy, because nobody wants to work with somebody who doesn't have the energy. So you got to have the energy to go along with the shirt, and then that just carries over to your prospects, which turn into clients.
So if you can imagine how I coach and how much energy this guy has, we're like two crazy guys being together, thinking of things to do to make the business grow, and that's that's what our company is about, is helping people grow their business. I'm happy to be a part of it, really. I'm glad to be a part of it with him.
So what's the future of HouseOnAStick.com? You got the fair going on for another little while.
Yes.
What happens this fall? What's in store for next year? How does this evolve?
Well, what I've done now is, we talked about this after our first prototype last year, and we chatted about the success and where we could make it better. And we decided to take it to local state fairs, which I did a little bit. or not local state fairs, but local county fairs. So it's more in my community. And so I'm going to continue to strengthen and go towards the local community. But on the other hand, I've made a commitment to keep the state fair as kind of a pinnacle of my business. And I'm using it this year. I called all my past clients. I said, hey, I want you to hook up with me at the state fair. We'll have a good time. So I'm using it for client appreciation along with prospecting. And so I use this 2-week period for a focal point of my business. So I'm kind of starting to build my business around House on a Stick. Come out to the Great Minnesota Get Together, have some fun with your crazy agent, and we'll have fun together.
And every year it can be something that they can look forward to.
Yeah,
he's coming in, he's going to provide real estate information. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be, a bad experience. So we want this to be a yearly event for him, so that way they know and expect him to come whenever the state fair comes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's to be a yearly event.
Great. Anything I haven't asked? Anything else you want to add? All the viewers at home?
Hey, make a lot of money this year.
Be committed, be strong, have a great mindset, and you can do it.